create pods, you want to create deployment or everything. So this is how you operate. So you will ask this API server, maybe you want to create a pod now or you create a deployment or whatever a daemon said. So this API server will receive the command. So once it receives the command, so the next thing it will do is talk to the scheduler. Alpha guy, I want to create 2 pods. So the scheduler will just go to this worker node 1. We get the information. When you want to create for you, have information that you put there, the resource quota, the this and that, the name and co. So this scheduler will go and say, okay, this request that is coming cannot stay on this node because it's more than this node. The space and or the resources that it requires is more than this. Let us put it on the second node. Right? So immediately he receive the information, it will come back to API and say, okay, Oga, we can only put it on this second node. Okay, so once API get that, okay, you can put it on the second node. It will now reach out to this node now. You know, we are now in this worker node. It will reach out to this kubelet. So this kubelet is like the chief of each worker node. Now, this is the master node here, which has the API server, scheduler, and everything. They are what we call the master node, the controller. Can call it master node, can call it controller, anyone you want. Then this one is the what? The worker. So now, this scheduler will now reach out to the kubelet. You can see everything here is here. It will be on all the worker node. So this kubelet is like the chief of this worker node. So we now reach out to this kubelet that, Oga, with this information I receive, create a pod on this your node. So this kubelet, once he receives the information from API server, note it's not the scheduler. The scheduler job is done. It's only he has find where the node will be and where it should be placed. Then it come back to the API server. Then the API server will now go to the node. So once the API server gets to the node and he reach out to the kubelet, oh yeah, she creates this pod or deployment or anything that you want to create on this on this node. So the kubelet will receive the information, and the first thing it will create is, if you want to use Node.js, for those of you that are aware, conversant with software development, if you want to use Node.js, you have to install the package first before you use it, right? So if you can't use Node.js without having Node.js, maybe on your system, or you know what I'm saying. So the first thing it will do is it will run this container runtime. Do you understand? Just like you have the software already. It's just like if you want to use Word now and you don't have Microsoft Word, you have to first install Microsoft Word. Then we start opening your Word document, start saving, document. That's exactly that is happening here. So the next thing it's going to do is it's going to run this container runtime. So when this container runtime is up, so the next thing it will do is it will create this pod with this container. Before you can create the pod, you give the information of the container name, everything. So this kubelet will create it as many pod, and maybe it's this 3 pod, as this is it. It will create everything. Immediately it creates it, it will tell the kube proxy, we are give a service to them. Note, not that the main service. So this is just like each pod we have its own, the service as default, that the one that we can use to communicate. You are going to create a service, which I will explain later. So this will create it for each of them, just like the endpoints that you can reach out to them. So once this creates it for them, it will reach out to the kubelet that, okay, I'm done, everything is set. So once everything is set, kubelet will now get back to the API server, like pod is created. Then the API server will now print it to us that, what's it called? so pod created, so deployment created. So that is the process that happens here. Note, the API server will tell the scheduler to go and find out where to create this. Scheduler will find out and bring the information back to the API server. So API server will talk to the kubelets. Kubelets will run the container type time and create the container pod, everything, and ask the kube proxy to what? To give it its own what? Endpoint. So when you get the endpoint, everything is up. Kubelets will get back to the API server. Note, I omit one step. So before the API server prints so pod created, so deployment created, this and this created or anything, before the API server prints that information, so the moment the kubelet reach out to the API server will send the information to the etcd. That so etcd, we have a new information. This pod is created, store it in your database. So before you print it out, you will reach out to the etcd and give etcd the information to store. So after that, you now print it out.